Hello, who are you? Well, I'm Rainbow Brite. I'm Starlight. Uh, and I'm Twink. And, well, I'm Max Agora, or Maxine Agora. And I'm from James Cameron's Farseer show called Dark Angel that only ran for two followings from 2000 to 2001 YL on the Fox Folkwork. And then Sci-Fi had the broadcast rights for it in 2006 YL, and ever since then, no one has streamed my show or broadcast it since then. Well, it's good to meet you, Maxine, or do I just call you Max for short? Um, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that your show hasn't been streamed or broadcasted in years, you know. So, what so you ask me what brings me to earth, or most likely what brings me to earth is that I bring cast and light and brightness to the earth, but to all worlds. So you're a light bearer, you're a light bringer, right? That's right. And I do it through my strap called the rainbow strap, with things called Starhurst, which, believe it or not, starts out with being hollowed from a hollow, then sent to the the cast stronghold, where then it is then smashed down, and then it is heated up, and then it is cut into little slices, and then it is dropped into, then after that is sent into the heater, which is shoot through the smokestack and the rainbow stronghold, and send cast to all the worlds. Now, if that comes off as a lot of things, it is a lot of things. But sometimes that's not enough. And I have to do it through my rainbow strap, through Starhurst, which I fly on Starlight. Now, flying or floating isn't what he does, it's more like we run on a rainbow. Yeah, you're right, Rainbow. Why does everyone say that I fly when I never flew? The greatest horse in the world never flew. I mean, I run on a rainbow, and running is not the same thing as flying or floating. But yes, we do ride on a rainbow. And I do help Rainbow Bright out with her goals. And I help out too, Twink says. I help her with the Starhurst. Then again, I have to oversee the other, guess you can call them what, elves if you want to, whatever you want to call them, that do all the Starhurst hollowing, as we talked about earlier. So, you know. And some folks maybe ask, why do, and why do I don't have any cast like all the other ones? Well, I wasn't going to ask you that. That wasn't in my business. I wasn't going to ask that. I would think that that's the way God made you. You would be right. That is the way God made me. But I did have cast at one time, until Merkwell Dismal one day took me and put me in the hells. Why? Because the King of Shadows wanted to see if the hells could take a cast away from a being. Not their life, but their cast. And that's how I lost my cast mostly all over me. But I still kept it on my feet and my legs and my hands and my arms and my nose and my eyes and my mouth. But my hair all went white, and that was due to me being in there too long. If I didn't get out like I did, then I would have lost all my cast. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. In my world, things aren't any more smooth either. In my world, there was this big catastrophe called, we'll just call it the crash. And half the world was handicapped. And in my world, there are two sides. There are the clean folks. Then there are folks that were somehow taken and had their blood binded with other blood to make over fighters, you know. But I got away, and some of my brother and others got away too. And I spent most of my time fighting against those folks, you know. Well, I can say, Rainbow Bright says, I could see, Max, that your world is not flawless. But then again, Rainbow Land is not flawless either. There is no flawless world that God has crafted. The only flawless world that God ever crafted or made was heaven, you know. And I'm sorry to hear all that did happen to your world, you know. But I think a rainbow would won't make up for all of it, but it will put a smile on your leer, and maybe the leers of others who just happen to look up at that rainbow at that given time. But keep in mind, it is not me who's truly doing this rainbow. It is God doing it. He just works with me or through me to do it, so it's God who gets the thanks. Well, thank you for that rainbow, Rainbow Bright. And by the way, what is your true name? My true name was Wisp. My true name was Whiff Starberg. Once upon a time, 40 or 41 years ago, my name was Whiff Starberg. And then I became Rainbow Bright 40 or 41 years ago. And it's good meeting you, Maxine or Max. It's all right. You can call me Maxine or Max. It's all right. Good meeting you. It was good meeting all you two. Now we gotta be going now.